You doing the ding?
The gong.
Okay, we've started with the gong. Today, I am very excited to have my new friend Kian on the podcast. We met at a silent retreat, 7 day Vipassana retreat, about just over a month ago now. Say hello.
Hello, my name's Kean. I'm a health and life coach, and yeah, I met Effy on the silent retreat, and I was on her. She was on my podcast last week. Now I'm on hers, so yeah, very excited to get going.
Yes, and it's so interesting. I believe that the universe always puts you in touch with the right people that you are supposed to meet at that moment in time. And that's how I felt with us at the silent retreat. I'd pretty much just put my tent up. I was there with my mum and got straight in the sauna. And you were one of the first people I remember speaking to. I remember laying outside in the river after a sauna session. And that's when you were like, I'm a health coach too.
Yeah. And I was like, I went to IIN, and you were like, oh, so did I.
Exactly. We studied through the same place, which is really interesting because it's such a big company and I did so much research before I decided who I would study with. But I haven't actually met anyone in real life that has studied through the same company as me. So it's just so
Yeah.
interesting.
I haven't either, to be fair. And we were in that. There was not many people at the retreat, and it wasn't a really universally well-known retreat. And the fact that we were both there at the same time was just crazy.
It was so wild. Yeah, I remember you asked me, what do you do? And I was like, yeah, I'm a holistic health and life coach. And you're like, same. It's so
And
cool
it's
to
so
meet.
niche. It's so
Yeah.
niche as well. Not many people do that.
No, but I'd love to talk about your experience with IIN. So IIN is the Institute of Integrative Nutrition, and they have loads of courses, but I think one of their main ones is their health coaching course. And people are probably a little bit surprised when they know that I've done a health coaching program, because although I do help people with their health, it really, for me, is like holistic coaching, and mine's more about like life in general. I mean, your health is your life, but I
Yeah,
don't
100%.
specifically help people with like nutrition or fitness, which I know are things that you do support people with, but I'd love to hear how you found the training.
Yeah, I love the course. So I think you can do a year-long course. I did the accelerated version, 6 months. Which one did you do? Did
I
you do
did a
six
year.
months or 12? Did
Yeah.
you? Yeah, okay, yeah. So I was like, all right, I need to get this shit on the road. So let me just do the 6 month one. So it's like an intensive
Smash it out.
course. Yeah, and I loved it. I learned so much from it because every single module, there was like 30 modules, and every module there was videos and like seminars from health professionals around the world and the experts in their fields, from like nutritionists, doctors, occupational therapists. There was so many, and you learned so much information. And each module, you learned stuff, but like you did diaries and journals and things so that you kept made sure you remember it for the rest of the time. And I think it was when I got to module 20, we had one of the live calls, because you get live calls with like the teachers and the coaches. And he said to me, okay, when are you going to start your business? And I was like, oh, probably in like 3 months. And he was like, why don't you just start it now? I was like, oh, maybe I could. So he gave me the push in, I think it was last December when I launched it, to just go for it and get started, because you learn things on the way. Like, you're not going to be a perfect coach straight away. And when you make a mistake, or when I guess you coach someone, you realize, actually, yeah, maybe I could do that better, when you get feedback. So yeah, I love the course, and I highly recommend it if anyone else wants to just even learn more about health. You don't have to become a coach from it. You can just learn so much about every aspect of how our health impacts our lives. So yeah, I love the course. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, I thought it was unreal. I just loved how like diverse and I don't even know how to describe it. Like it just covered every single topic you could possibly think of. I remember like it did a little bit on like biohacking, and then we would dive into like embodiment and like somatics, and it really just covered like everything. And I felt it was such an amazing course to do when you don't know exactly what coaching you want to do. Like I went in being like, I just know I want to like support women, but I don't actually know exactly what I want to do. And then throughout
Yeah.
it, I remember there was a module on beliefs, like limiting beliefs, and that one just stuck out to me. I was like, wow, this is so important. And that is such a big part of the work that I do now. So it was really good to be
Yeah.
like, okay, this interests me, this interests me. And then yeah, other parts that just support you with your life and health. Like at the end of the day, we are our own first client. What I loved about it as well is there was so much content, but then also it taught you how to set up a business and like how to be a coach as well. So it was really
Mhm.
like a holistic program in that regards as well, from
Yeah.
someone who had no idea what I was doing.
I'll be completely real. I haven't even got like to the business part yet. I was so excited to carry on starting the business. I set it all up. I still need to actually learn how to set up a business, how they taught us. I haven't actually done the last two modules,
Well,
but I
I
think
love.
that it will help a lot when it will help a lot. So I'm going to go back and do them. But I was so excited to get started. I thought, all right, let me just start on my own. But it's going well so far, so I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I love that. Well, they gave us all contracts and stuff, which I use with all my clients. So it's ready,
Yeah.
done stuff, which just like makes it easy. But I love that your
Mhm.
like coach or person that you had the call with gave you that loving nudge to just start your business. Because I think that's what some people just put off is, oh, I'll
Yeah.
just do that in the future. I'll do that in the future. And I know that I gave you the loving nudge with your podcast as well to be like, why don't you just start it now?
Yeah, that's the story of my life. I need like, a little loving nudge to do everything. Eventually, I do it, but now I've started to learn. All right, instead of putting it off, it's so much easier just to go get it done straight away. That's with loads of things in life. When something's like in the back of your head, it's quite heavy, and when you just actually start doing it, you become a lot lighter and like freer, and then you have less thoughts going on in your head, and you're actually more productive and proactive with things.
Oh,
So yeah, that
definitely.
was thanks for the loving nudge for the podcast as well.
It was meant to happen. I've absolutely been loving listening to your podcast as well. I listened to your one on daily habits and routines, and it's so interesting just knowing what other people do, and especially like other, healthy people.
Yeah.
And I love to hear that you spoke about doing the oil pulling, which is something that I started after your podcast. I'd seen a lot of like different signs about doing it, but hadn't actually just like taken the nudge to make it happen. But I've been tongue scraping for probably like 18 months now, and that's been like a life changer.
Yeah, I can't like tongue scraping is a game changer, and like so many people don't do it. But when you first start, and it's like a metal thing you use, like a little U-shape spatula scraper, and when you first do it, you're like, oh my God, that's disgusting. There's so much dirt and bacteria on our tongue day to day that we don't even realize, and that's the cause of bad breath as well. When you've got loads of bacteria on your tongue, your breath's gonna stink. Like just a fact. But I think it's an Ayurvedic thing or Ayurvedic thing. So it's an Indian thing going back years and years and years. So my grandma, when I was like 3, she told me about it. So I've been doing it my whole life, and and every Indian does it. Like it's just a common thing. So I've been trying to tell my friends and like friends and people on the podcast and like Instagram about it because it's so important. It's so
Yeah.
important.
Anyone listen to this, if you do not scrape your tongue, go and buy a tongue scraper now. Kian, you should do
Yeah.
like a affiliate
I
link
know.
to
I should just like make a wellness with Key and tongue scraper and start selling it.
you should do that.
Yeah, I think I might. Maybe that's a loving nudge to do something else.
It is. Do you have any other like little tips that you feel like everyone should know?
I've got one that I do every single day, and I learn it from the IIN health course as well. It's 478 breathing. So I'm sure you remember it. Yeah. So I do this first thing in the morning. As soon as I wake up, I sit up on my bed, and the last thing before I put my pillow on the head and fall asleep. So I'll just run through it now quickly with you so that people know how to do it. So do you want to close your eyes? I'll teach you how to
Yeah.
do it. You know how to do it, but it's for the viewers as well.
Yeah.
So you basically breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds, hold it for 7 seconds, and then breathe out your mouth for 8 seconds. So we'll do it together. So breathe in through our nose for 4 seconds, hold for 7, and then out your mouth for 8 seconds. And you do that for 5 rounds. The first month, do about 5 rounds, 4 rounds, and then the second month, you can go up to 8 rounds. It really just clears your head. And when you wake up, our cortisol levels are slightly spiked. So it helps reduce them straight away and it relaxes our parasympathetic nervous system. And it's just really good start to the day to like clear your head and yeah, get focused and less stressed. So it's really nice. And before bed, when you do it before bed, trust me, try it for a week, you have the best night's sleep and you wake up really fresh and you'll be like, wow, how did that happen? It's because you've calmed your body and your mind just before you sleep, so then you can have a restorative sleep. So yeah, that's my little one of my little tips.
Oh, love that. Honestly, the small shifts that we make each day are such game changing. The power
Yeah,
of like
100%.
habits, routines, rituals, magic.
Yeah. And there's so much you can add to your morning and evening routines. Like in the morning, I'll go through my routine roughly and some other tips I do. So I do my breath work and then I'll do my 30 minutes Vipassana meditation. And then the next thing I do is the best thing probably like that's changed my life in the last 3 years is a cold shower. Like this is so powerful. You might just think, oh, what's the point? Like I'm just going to be cold. But actually, no, it's incredible. You go in there for like I do a hot shower, then cold, then hot. But when you're in the cold, you build so much mental resilience because who no one wants to wake up at 6:30 and get in that cold shower. But if you do that and show up every single day, you're going to build your mental resilience in your mindset so much. So then when you have a problem later on in the day, you're going to know how to deal with it a lot better. And you're going to be like, oh, actually, no, let me calm down. Let me just take some deep breaths like I did in the cold shower. And then you approach and attack every situation with like a calmer and more like centered mind. So yeah, the cold
I
shower is the
love
other one.
that.
Do you do them?
No, I actually don't really. I know that a lot of studies that are done on men and not
Yeah.
necessarily on like women who have periods. Yeah, have done like ice baths and bits and bobs like that.
Yeah.
Um, and I do like it. But what I really liked about you sharing that was about the resilience piece,
Hmm.
because it's having this belief that like I can do hard things. And that's
Yeah.
something this last year I have been more uncomfortable than I have like all the years before, like just with business, breakups, dating, like all this stuff, I've just felt the discomfort. And it's something that I've been repeating to myself when I'm in like particularly hard moments is like, you can sit in the discomfort, you can sit in the discomfort, you can sit in the discomfort. And it's like, I can do hard things. Even now
Yeah.
I've got six broken bones in my feet,
Oh my God, is that many?
Yeah.
God,
I
I
only
didn't
found
realize it
out
was
on
that many.
Wednesday that I've got five broken foot bones in the left foot. So that was a bit of a shock, but I'm like, do you know what? Like, don't get me wrong. I cried, I was upset about it. And, we want to like feel our feelings and let the emotions flow. But then I'm not
Yeah.
going to sit and like wallow in this. That is just not the person that I am. And I'm like, I can do hard things. And also, I can still do a lot of the things that I want to do. Like, yeah, I can't walk, but I can still exercise. I've been doing like YouTube, workouts for hurt feet and whatever else. And you just have to get experimental and just do things
Yeah, yeah,
differently.
yeah,
And I think
yeah,
I've just got this like laugh with life kind of vibe that I'm just like, oh, just, let's just
yeah.
laugh at it and just like do what I can do. And I just feel like that really serves me. Um, yeah, so I love it. We can do hard things. And I think it links as well to what I'm always telling my clients and what I'm sharing about on Instagram is I want people to become obsessed with their life, become obsessed with yourself and your life. And then it's like, okay, like if you're not obsessed with yourself, what would make you obsessed? Going and doing these things that you think, oh, this is actually really cool that I'm doing this. And not cool to other people, but like just cool to
For
you, you
yourself.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
exactly.
biggest thing. Don't care about if it's going to impress someone else. Do something that makes you happy and like that makes you grow rather than worrying about, oh, is this going to make me look cool? We spoke about this like in the last podcast about forgetting what people think.
It's not about what other people think, but you've told yourself, I'm going to do this cold shower. And then you go and prove to yourself every day that you're doing the cold shower. Like that feels good.
Yeah, it does. And it does. And when it stacks up as well. The more, not just the cold shower example, but loads of things in life. When you do things that maybe you don't really want to do, over time, if you do them every single day, you're building certainty in your brain that you can do hard things. And I
Yeah.
think certainty is really important. And then another thing I like as a motto that I've got for life that I'm going to get tattooed on me at some point is learn to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations.
Yeah.
So this is how you really, really grow. And this helps a lot with confidence. So next time there's something that you're thinking, oh, maybe I don't really want to do it, maybe it's public speaking, or it's maybe doing a task at work that you don't really think you should be doing, you can't be bothered, just go and do it. Go and make yourself uncomfortable in that situation and then learn to be comfortable. Because when you learn to be comfortable, you build that resilience and the confidence. And I got that from Tony Robbins. Do you know about Tony
Yeah.
Robbins? The life coach. Yeah, I love him. In his book, he always talks about like building certainty and like beliefs that you can do things and stop those limiting beliefs that we spoke about. So yeah, I think that's really important.
Yeah, it's about expanding the comfort zone, like
Hmm.
getting yourself uncomfortable. I think there's definitely a level of, yeah, there's some people that are just going to dive off the deep end. And if you feel like you can do that, then cool. But I feel like it's about like taking a step that feels edgy, but it's not going to
Hmm.
put you completely into like fight or flight or like just make you feel
Yeah, you
awful
don't
that
want
you're
to
never going to want to do it again.
completely escape. Yeah, you don't want to frighten yourself so much. So I'm not going to let anyone do that. If you're in the state to do that, do it. If you're quite nervous and not low confidence right now, don't go and like speak in front of 100 people because you really don't think you can hack it. But yeah, little steps, like baby steps to get to the goal that you want to achieve. I think that's
Yeah.
important. And then it's less daunting as well if you build like an action plan. Like when with our clients, when we build plans for like their visions and their goals, it's nice to take little steps at a time because then you can actually stay consistent and you're more likely to succeed rather than giving them like 20 things to do on day one. It's impossible. So it's nice to have like a sustainable plan with these sort of things.
Yeah. And the more that you do hard things, they don't actually feel hard anymore. So a lot of the things that used to scare me back in the day, when you've started doing them, firstly, I think you shift your belief to be like, actually, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But yeah, it just gets easier and easier over time. So it is just taking those steps. And then there's something I wanted to share earlier. You were talking about how in our minds we can have things that we want to do. So, for example, like start the podcast or start the coaching. And actually, that can take up a lot of time and energy within our minds. And this is a tool that I always share with my clients as well, or ask them when we start working together. What are the things that drain your energy the most? What are the things that you worry about the most? And that is what we start getting rid of like ASAP. A lot of the time, it's stuff like money. Money is the main one for a lot of
Yeah,
people. But
yeah.
also, a practice I love to share with people is set aside literally like 15 minutes each week or longer if you want to, and tick off all the stuff that you is in your mind. I'd actually say if you can do it within 5 minutes, do it today, or if you could do it within 15
Yeah.
minutes, do it today. If not, write a list of the stuff that you want to do and then create time within your week to tick them off. Because if your mind knows there is a time dedicated for it, it's like you can let them go. Whereas you are
Mhm.
literally wasting so much energy, like draining, thinking about all these things. So yeah,
Yeah.
I even like to write it in my journal. What are the things that are like in my mind? And there'll be little things like message this person. Like it might be someone's
Yeah.
birthday. It's not a big
Yeah.
task, but it's swirling around in my head. And I might think of it 5 times or like 10 times. And I'm like, if
Yeah.
I just text them as soon as I had that thought, or if I just wrote it down straight away, wouldn't have wasted another 9 times thinking that same thought.
Yeah, I've got something similar and like a task similar to that. So instead of getting things out of your mind, it's things that make you happy. So I do this task with my clients quite a lot, especially during the meditation sessions. So if you're listening to the podcast right now and you're not driving, you're sitting there, you can pause it and have a go. So basically, write 10 things on a piece of paper that make you truly happy. And it's not material things and it's not anything financial. It's purely things that you can get. So like your family or maybe visiting a friend or I don't know, just things that like are really meaningful and like when you think of it, it'll make you happy. And then write those 10 things out and then try and implement them more in your daily life. Because if you're doing all those things, maybe it's seven, eight a day, you're going to be a lot happier and like life's just going to be a lot more fun. So I love sharing that one because it's so simple and people forget. We get stuck in a routine of daily life where we do the same thing over and over again. It can get a bit mundane, a bit boring, and people are like, oh God, when's things going to change? But they'll only change when you write it down or you think of new things and start doing them. So that's a lovely little task I like to do with my clients and I do myself. I've got my list here. So yeah, I add to it every day. So yeah, it's good
I'd
fun.
love to hear your list.
Okay, where is it? Get it. Okay, so I'm not going to, I've got 30 on here. I'll read five. So
Yeah.
playing football, um, meeting up with family, cooking, watching Netflix. Okay, that's a bit ridiculous, but it's not
I
the
love
most
that you're
it's not
sharing
the,
though. Authentic.
it's not the most wholesome, it's not the most wholesome one, but it's all right. Um, doing calisthenics, so like body weight workouts. And the next one is teaching people things. So I love just empowering people and teaching them. Learning new things because every day is every we're a student for life and every day is a lesson, all that. Um, and going to nice restaurants like with good company. So yeah, they're a
Love
couple of my things.
that.
I'm not going to go through all of them because there's loads,
No.
but yeah,
Yeah, it's about
that's
doing the
nice.
things that
Yeah.
you love in life. Spend more time doing the things that you love. And like you said, it is actually something that's so simple, but again, we need the loving nudge and reminder to do the things that you love to do. And it does
Hmm.
raise your vibration and support you to, yeah, enjoy life more.
Yeah, 100%. And that gratitude frequency when you're always thinking about things you're grateful for, you're going to spend less time in like a negative mindset and a lot more happier. So another big thing in the morning is just write three things you're grateful for in the day. And that's so powerful. If you do that every single day, try and think of new things as well, not like for my mum, my dad, my brother, try and think of new things each day. You're gonna shift your whole mindset and you're gonna get to a lot more positivity and you're gonna attract more things in your life as well when you unlock that gratitude frequency.
Every morning I write down the first thing in my journal says, I'm grateful for the sleep that I had last night.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's good. I just keep writing, like, I keep looking out the window and I keep seeing the trees. I'm like, I'm grateful for nature. I'm like, okay, I can think, I can be outside the box here.
Another
But yeah,
practice, I feel like this is just going to be a whole lot of tips and tools this episode, but
yeah,
I absolutely love is an evening practice where you write down what you've received that day. Because I think a
mm,
lot of us are used to gratitude, which is amazing, but we're not actually good at receiving. Writing down everything you receive. So I received a lovely message from this person, I received a compliment, I got some good feedback at work, someone smiled at me today, I had an inquiry
yeah,
for someone. And then you realize like, wow, I actually receive so much each day and start feeling comfortable with receiving these things because a lot of people they
100%.
receive a compliment or a coffee and then they straight away are like, I'll get yours next time, or they give a compliment back and it's actually just being okay saying like, thank you.
Yeah, and it doesn't even matter. It doesn't have to be a huge thing, even the tiniest thing. Like someone, yeah, gives you a compliment or sends you a message on Instagram saying you're doing so well. It's just nice to acknowledge that, and it kind of makes you think, oh wow, okay, yeah, this is nice. This is good. I'm doing the right thing.
Because I don't think we
That
celebrate
reaffirms it.
ourselves enough and realize how much progress we're making every single day, like just showing
Hmm.
up and doing the things that you're already doing. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a nice little
It's-
evening practice.
Yeah, definitely. I do a similar thing in the evening. It's slightly different. I ask a question. I don't write it down, but I internally answer it. So the first question is three questions. The first question is, what have I learned today? And I try and think of something that I've learned. And if I haven't learned something, I will go online or go and read a book and learn something quickly. I make it a point to learn something new every day because if you learn something every for 365 things a year, you're gonna definitely be growing and developing each year. And the other thing is, what did I contribute or improve?
Mm.
So that yeah, that's self-explanatory. It said how did I help someone or how have I improved my own life? And the last one is what did I enjoy? Because then if you go to bed thinking about those three things, especially what did I enjoy, you're gonna go to bed a lot happier. And when you wake up, you can be like, oh yeah, I remember that. Let me go and let me go and do that thing. I enjoyed that last night.
Yes, love this. For anyone that's listened to this so far, I would absolutely love to hear what you take away from this episode, what you decide that you're going to implement going forward. And then on to the next part of the episode, I'd love to hear some more about your journey. How did you get into health coaching?
Okay, yeah, I've got it. It's quite a long journey. So I studied international development with economics at uni, and I really liked it and enjoyed it, and I learned a lot. But then I realized, like 6 months after uni, like this isn't what I want to do. Like I don't want to do this. It's fun and all. I might use it in the future, but right now, nah, I'm into health, fitness, and traveling. So then I went traveling for a year in 2023. I did like Southeast Asia, Australia, the whole backpacking route.
Mm.
And it was on the first day I arrived in Philippines because I also went traveling to try and figure out what I wanted to do and find myself. So on the first day in Philippines, as soon as we got to the hostel, I realized I wanted to be a life coach. It was crazy. Like I just realized I wanted to be a life coach. And then I called my mum and told her, "Oh, yeah, mum, I've got this revelation. Like I found myself." She was like, "Kian, you realize you can only be a life coach and a health coach if you're healthy." I was like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." So for 1 year straight, I just like drank. I like didn't eat very healthily. I just had one last year of just fun, and then oh, not fun, but like, yeah, just partying. And then at the end of 2024, I was like, okay, this is it. It's time to lock in. And I made the decision consciously to stop drinking, to stop eating unhealthy foods, and like just fully lock in my fitness, nutrition, and like whole holistic health. And that's when I decided to become a holistic health and life coach and take it seriously as like a business. And it's the best decision I've ever made because it's obviously I've helped a lot of people along the way now, which I'm really happy to have done. But I've also improved myself so much emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. I wasn't very spiritual before, but since like getting very in tune with my emotions, I've unlocked like that spiritual side and like things like the retreat, doing meditation like every day. It's been amazing. And yeah, I've enjoyed it so much, and I don't regret partying loads when I was younger because it's like you have to experience it, and I had great memories. But it's so nice now just to be able to enjoy life without the substances and all the distractions, and just everything completely natural. So like even all the toxins, like from the shower gels and like the skincare product. It's so nice just to be able to just say no, okay, I don't want that. I'm gonna do everything naturally and like Ayurvedically, and yeah, that's my journey and how I became a health and life coach.
Oh, I love that. I'm actually so glad that I didn't know the whole story before this as well, because I
Yeah,
loved
because we don't
listening
know
to
each
that.
other that well. Like we've only spoken like 3 hours in total.
Yeah, we spent like a whole week together, but in silence.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's so funny. I love the like going to find yourself, but you do, you know, if you follow your
Yeah.
intuition and you go to the places that you felt drawn to, you receive the information that you need. Like you were obviously
Yeah.
nudged to do this for a reason. I love that. I love your mum's comment. You need to be healthy.
That was it. She's like, Keen, you know you can't get battered and like go partying every week. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, well, we practice what we
And
preach, but I also think
yeah,
that like that is just what society's like, especially in England. There's a very big drinking culture, and I actually think people want to work with people who have been where they are, you know, like
yeah, yeah,
not who have never
relatable.
experienced that. Exactly. Like I also
Yeah.
used to drink loads as well, used to go out all the time. And again, so fun, love those memories, but it's just not who I am now at all.
Yeah. And I don't, like, I think people will find a point in their time when they will want to make a change. Like, you
Yeah.
know, you can't force anyone to do anything. Like, and it's better when people make the decision themselves rather than lots of pushing and nudging because
Oh
they learn
yeah.
a lot more from the whole experience. And with my coaching, so can I chat a little bit about
Yeah,
the
yeah.
coaching style? Yeah. So at first, I just fully did nutrition plans. I was like, okay, cool. We're gonna track your calories, all of this. We're gonna get your diet on point. And then I decided to become a PT. So I got a nutrition qualification and the health coaching qualification and the PT qualification. And then I thought, okay, this is good. Something missing here. So I'm giving someone a workout plan and a nutrition plan. Great. They're going to go away for a few weeks, 2 months, do it, and that's it. Then I realized actually I want to help them create sustainable change. So when I say holistic health and life coaching, what it is helping someone build a mindset that they can make the decisions themselves when they're not having me as a coach.
Yeah.
So say they do a 3 month package on the fourth month, fifth month, sixth month, even 2 years later, they will have that intuition, that knowing and education that they can go away and they can go to the supermarket and they know what is right and wrong to get. So rather than just a nutrition plan and the fitness plan, it's a whole holistic package. And the thing I like teaching a lot of clients, if they're willing to, is meditation. Because meditation, you kind of have a higher respect for your body. I think that's a good way to put it. And when you're meditating, you get in a state where you're very mindful of everything you do. So if you become more mindful of your decisions, like nutritional decisions, fitness decisions, like your choices in your health products, automatically they're going to become a lot healthier because you're very in tune with how you feel. And I think it's so important to get that mindset on point first, rather than just going straight for like loads of exercise and eating like super clean. So yeah, that's why I use that approach for coaching clients, and it works. I've had the best results. My clients have given the best feedback. They've had the best results when you help them and get to the root cause of things rather than just like the surface level things. And that's what we learned on the course, isn't it? Getting
Yeah.
to the root cause of things. And a lot of the root causes from my clients has been stress.
Yeah.
People don't look stressed on the outside a lot of the time, but when you dive deeper, you realize actually a lot of these problems are caused from burnout, anxiety, and there's so many simple little like tricks, like the breathwork trick and meditation you can use to really suppress the anxiety and really get in control of your stress. And then your life will just change. Like your life will change massively. I don't know if I told you, but I used to have panic attacks at uni in like 2022. As soon as I started meditating, they just went. Like I didn't do anything crazy. I just started meditating for 10 minutes a day, and you feel a lot more happier and confident that you know your body, like you're in control. And when you feel like you're in control, then you can go and achieve the goals and the things that you always wanted to do. So that's how it kind of looked for my journey. And yeah, I want to help others do the same.
Oh, love the work that you're doing, brother. And for anyone who wants to work with you, how do they find you? How do they sign up?
Yeah, so yeah, on Instagram, Wellness with Kian, you can message me and we can have a quick discussion and discovery call and see how I can help you in different ways that I can coach you. I'm happy to, I don't have like a niche or anyone I help. It's just any busy professional really who's looking to boost their energy and feel better.
Love that. I'll put your details in the link below as well so everyone
Thank you
can
very much,
find
Effy.
you easily. I would love to ask you, I don't actually have a end question that I normally ask people, but I know that you had one and one's come to the top of my mind now. What
Yeah,
about your life are you obsessed with?
that's a very good question. And I like that because your whole thing's about being obsessed with yourself. One
Exactly.
aspect, one aspect of my life that I'm obsessed with is becoming not the healthiest, but getting in a state where I'm very healthy for a long time so that I can help other people. So getting my nutrition, fitness, like my mindset, everything on point so that I'm around for as long as I can be to help others achieve the same thing. And for me, the thing I'm obsessed with is teaching and coaching others and empowering people to really get control of their life and achieve the things that they know they can be and they know they should achieve, but they just haven't quite unlocked it yet. So reaching, helping them reach their peak potential. And because a lot of people have it within them, they can get those things. They just need like a little bit of guidance and a loving nudge, like you said, to go and do it. So that's I want to be that facilitator and help people like reach their dreams and achieve their goals.
Oh, love that so much. Love that your career is something that you're so passionate about. And this is actually something that I support people to do as well, is to discover what their purpose is in this lifetime. You feel amazing when you feel like you're going in the right direction. And
Yeah.
I have a program coming out very soon called Explore Your Purpose. And it's a self-paced program. It is basically supporting you to be the most authentic version of you, because at the end of the day our purpose is to be the most authentic version of us. So it's learning like what your strengths are, what your values are, and living by them. We dive a bit into like numerology, human design, what the meaning of your name means, because honestly, I feel like it is written in the stars, and I am a spiritual girly. And it's just remembering why we came here in the first place. It's also doing what you love, looking at your timeline of your life, because there's so many clues throughout our lives as to like why we came here and what we're here to do, as well as listening to your intuition, because that's always guiding you to places that logic never could, as well as looking at your limiting beliefs and the things that are stopping you, so that you really can step into your power. So this is going to be coming out very soon. I will leave the link below. I think it's actually going to be out by the time this podcast episode is out, or maybe if not, the waitlist will be out for you to sign up to. Yeah, super excited to help people, yeah, live their passion and
Nice.
just love their life.
That sounds very exciting. I wanted to ask you, what are you obsessed with?
I am. Oh, do you know what? Me and my friend actually every now and then send a list of things that we're obsessed with at that moment in the
Yeah.
time. So, like, that can be things like I'm obsessed with the matcha latte from a petrol garage, which just makes no sense, but I'm just like, I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with the people in my life. That would be my number one thing. I'm like obsessed
Love
with
that.
my new boyfriend, with all my friends, with my community of people online. I'm obsessed with my mindset and like how I think and how I perceive my life. I'm obsessed with my career and job and being able to do the work that I do. Yeah, I'm obsessed with the clients that are attracted to me as well. Like we end up becoming like family. That's how I feel like it
Yeah.
is.
It's
I'm
nice.
obsessed with my new housemate that I'm living with. She's amazing.
The
Yeah,
only thing you're
just
not obsessed with. You've listed every, no, but I love that. It just shows that you just obsessed with your life, and that's how it should be.
I am obsessed with my life. There's things that I like don't always love, like if I'm being
Yeah.
honest, well, I hate that phrase if I'm being honest, because I'm always being honest. But when I
Yeah.
wake up in the morning, because I have both my feet injured, it takes me ages to get up. Like I want to just get up and get a quick cup of tea and get back into bed, but I have to get up, put my boot on, then I have to get my crutches, hobble in,
Yeah.
it just takes me ages. I'm not obsessed with that. I don't love it,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah.
it's fine in the grand scheme of things. And
Yeah.
maybe I think this is a good way to end this episode is whatever you focus on, you'll receive more of. It's that quote, where attention goes, energy flows. If you think about all the things you love in your life and you're focusing on all the good things, you're going to get more of that. If you're focusing on all the
Mhm.
pain and the discomfort, you're going to get more pain and discomfort. So it's, yeah, where you're putting your attention each day.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you very much for having me on the episode. I've loved it. We've had a great chat, and we've had loads of top tips as well for people to go away and try themselves,
So much
hopefully.
free coaching here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So much.
All right, loved having you on, brother. Speak to you soon. Mwah.
Yeah, thank you very much. See you later.